We're gonna go faster now. We're gonna go faster now. My little kitten. My little kitten, you're gonna go faster. You're gonna go faster, my little kitten. Keep going.
Don't do it upside down. That's bad.
Little
Oh, dude, hey!
That was so cool.
Poppin' champs, bitch.
The perfect amount came
My
out.
fucking pants, my cool pants.
It's like when you pop champagne and some comes out, but that's like part of the fun. And then
It's
you
part
drink
of the
it.
fun.
That was.
It's like pre-cum. It's an explosive drink.
It's like it actually kind of is like pre-cum.
What are we celebrating now that he did that? Is it Aiden's outfit?
We're not celebrating that.
We're celebrating my outfit that I got.
What?
This outfit.
Let's talk about why we should or shouldn't do that.
It looks like the bag that those clothes came in.
Yeah, I repurposed it.
That's funny.
Come
on, Nick.
That's a big one. That's a big one for one.
Hey. I get why he's on the pod.
Look what you're fucking wearing.
I'm wearing the merch that you made and you sell. I'm
Yeah,
wearing
go
your
ahead.
Yeah.
Hey,
this
say how you feel about it.
your life's work right here.
Not selling.
Not selling?
Your
Not
fault.
a single tweet from this man's account.
Hey, how about you get off your fucking ass, boy?
Hey, where are the assets that you forgot to do?
What do you mean
Lazy
I
ass.
forgot to do?
Whoa.
I mean, that Nick set you up with the cameraman. You forgot to get the cameraman.
Oh, is that a wedding, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry. Does love interrupt
Also, that you
the
blew
market?
off. That you blew off. That you originally said you wouldn't even be available for. You were. You said that you
sound
weren't
like
even
blow
gonna
off.
be available for your own merch shoot.
I said I wasn't available, and then you said, "That's all right. I got Yingo and me. We can do a little photo shoot."
Did you?
Yeah.
No, and then we didn't
While
do
we're on
that.
the topic,
I did say it, and I didn't do it. Yeah.
so one of you got to replace the stapler every once in a while.
Stapler?
We're talking about work stuff, so
What is that?
it's like the office stapler.
Okay, yeah, just office stuff.
I'm doing office.
You're doing
I'm trying
office.
to
So
figure
you're
out
doing
the
office
bit.
comedy.
Yes.
You're trying
Okay.
to figure out the bit as if it
Yeah.
wasn't like
So-
Right.
already there for us to understand.
So we're in the cubicle, right?
Right.
Who?
Us.
Okay, we're
No, we
we're
weren't.
all
There's
in-
no
Let 'em-
cubicle.
let 'em-
So
Hey,
scene
let 'em
one,
cook.
we're gonna start. So Aiden, you are at your desk, and Slime, you are Aiden's boss, and Aiden is wearing that to work. And
Yeah.
there is a dress
Hold
code.
on, let me get into my costume.
Ludwig.
Okay.
Dude, you look like Michael Scott season 1.
Oh, okay.
So, what are we doing here? Hey,
Hey, boss.
nice to see you. You were late today. I know it's your second time this week, and it's Monday, so it's hard for that to happen. But
I'll
you,
fucking kill you.
Who are you?
Who are
hold on.
you?
Who are you in this?
What's up?
In the scene.
I'm your right-hand man.
Okay, so you are the assistant of the regional
Yeah.
manager. You are the manager.
I'll fucking kill you,
hey,
bitch.
hey, I just hired this guy. Great guys from New Jersey. This is how they are.
I sling dick.
He slings, yes.
Sling dick.
He's
I
allowed to.
never pump my own gas, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Can I talk to?
Go ahead,
real
boss.
quick.
Sorry, boss. Is there a problem?
There is. Yes. Thank you so much for asking. You were late twice, and also you came wearing that. He's gonna hiss. He likes that. You would get him on a spreadsheet. He is unreal. He is so gifted.
What animal are you?
So,
You were a ghoul and now you're a dog?
So he's great. But let's explain. Why are you wearing this? Please explain it to me.
Yeah, it's Casual Friday.
It's not. It's Monday. I said that you were late on a Monday.
Yeah,
the second time.
Susan said that we moved Casual Fridays to Mondays to keep
Can
up
you
office
unzip
morale.
it? I want to see what it looks like when you unzip it.
Show me what you look like.
Yeah, can you unzip your shirt? Sorry.
Sorry, unzip the shirt that you're wearing to reveal another shirt.
you're wearing a shirt that like prostitutes would wear to undress quicker.
Yeah, you're very efficient suck and fuck.
You're like
Yeah.
a gift
It
wrapped,
almost works better unzipped, I think.
a gift wrapped putana.
You know what would be sick if he had a nipple hole cut out in the second shirt.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'd be so. And he unzipped it, and he didn't say a word about it the whole time.
That'd be insane.
Man, that'd be the funniest thing you ever
So
did.
so what's up, boss?
Okay. End scene.
We gotta work in this workplace environment. David Schwimmer would have a field day.
Yeah, David
David
Schwimmer would
Schwimmer would-
eat like a buffet here.
You're saying that. Wait, you're saying that he'd love to
There's like-
harass our employees?
Yeah, there's a lot of butt. to
It's
eat.
open season here.
It's open season. There's so much butt,
We're fawn.
and it's like a buffet, and he's getting the eggs.
There's lawsuits left and right at this company.
When Aiden got here, he said that he bought these pants because he thought it would be funny to wear on the podcast. And then he said,
don't
what's
buy
the
it.
funniest shirt that I have to go with this? And he chose the prostitute shirt.
Yeah.
So, I think that by the court of law and by my weird haircut, I deem Aiden funny.
I'm gonna call it
hey.
Cope. I'm gonna call it Cope.
Cope?
Cope. Oh. I think he'll wear these again. And again and again and again without the pod.
But how's it different from what you do? Because you're wearing Crocs with feet painted on them.
I just wear this because I fucking like looking like shit. That's it.
It's like
Don't get
we're
me
in like the
twisted.
upside down world of the yard. Like,
Tomorrow.
he's all fucking weird. You're all purple. He has hair.
Well, yeah, how are
I'm
you
fly as
doing?
hell. I don't know. I'm just doing my thing.
Fly as hell. Well, by the time this pod comes out, I've already announced my Croc partnership too.
What?
I got my Croc deal. It's
No
activated.
shit.
Yeah.
What is the deal? Do you get like a Ludwig
You know
Croc?
this.
No, I don't know the specifics
Oh, yeah, I get a pack of gibbets
that they're gonna sell.
Instead
that
of
they'll
money,
sell.
They're like licensed?
Well,
they
no, I
accept
know.
gibbets as
It's the new
It's my-
gold coin.
It's my big deal. I get a pack of gibbets,
Yeah.
and if I hold on to them for a while, they might mint, they might gain in value.
yeah,
Yeah.
when the Fed collapses, the gibbets will be our currency for
Yeah,
this new
I'll be
society
trading gibbets for bread.
from the ashes.
This is my path to getting my own Croc.
So you gotta start at gibbets. They don't give you a Croc
You
right
gotta
away.
work up. It's a corporate ladder, and it is long.
Do you think Ninja could get a Croc?
Fuck no,
Not today.
not today.
2018 Ninja.
Oh my god, he got Adidas shoes. You know that? Well, I did this.
He was the only neighbor ever to check Nike.
literally in the gamerhood.
He was the only neighbor to check Nike.
At the State Farm shoot, everyone had to have an outfit chosen for them. Ninja worked out that he'd wear his own merch and his own shoes.
Whoa.
And he was just wearing Ninja.
That's tight.
My ass was wearing Banana Republic.
You weren't wearing no. Jeez, man. right.
I'd be wearing this on Gamer Neighborhood.
No, you would. You would
Yeah.
not. No,
I'd be
you would
looking
not
fly on
You would
Gamer
not fly. It's
Neighborhood.
called the Gamer.
You know, he would go on Gamer Neighborhood and he would look
Gamerhood.
fly.
Gamer neighborhood.
The Gamer,
Gamer neighbors.
With all the Gamer neighbors. He would look fly, everyone would make fun of him, but then he would make friends with everyone. And he'd be going to the cafe with Ninja next week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, probably.
That's why he's my goat now.
He has only friends, no best friend.
Unfortunately, we're his best friends. I hate to say
scoff.
it, but we are.
We're deciding that for him as well.
Like, we have to be.
He's in your pyramid?
Do I have a
Yeah,
pick?
he is. It's kind of like family. Like, you have to
Am I not?
bring... You're my best friend. One of my best friends. I have a circle.
Why'd you correct?
Because you're not my best friend.
Oh,
My best friend's name is Eric. He's a school teacher. I grew up with him.
He's not.
Safe answer. Safe answer. Someone outside the circle.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Pussies.
My best friend, well, Jesus Christ, for one.
Sure.
Yeah. True. God, a
Not
close
mine.
second.
Okay.
Well, ageist.
And Mary? Mary coming in third?
He's not Catholic. He's Christian, Protestant.
Also,
I'm
woman.
Protestant.
you can't be friends with women, so...
It's true.
We have a podcast. You got to get with the meta.
Look, I guess you're right. Let's talk about women for a bit.
Oh.
Actually, speaking of women.
To talk about women?
Oh.
Well.
All right.
Would you look at this?
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing of the Amaranth. What is it?
Zipper is just gonna cut to the overhead view real quick that we set up in advance so we can
Archie,
go
can
through
you
that.
blur everything here?
No, you don't have to blur the front, Archie.
I don't even know if that's right.
It's why would we hide this? The successful entrepreneurial woman
Okay,
Wow.
that we've supported
Yeah.
through
Notes.
thick and thin.
First note.
It's like looking at the Statue of Liberty.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It's
The
breathtaking.
Statue of Liberty was the same.
Imagine
stop. Pause,
they
pause,
live
In Ellis Island, what did they
Pause.
They
want?
see this.
You think the Statue of Liberty is breathtaking?
Yeah.
Like you went to see it. You went to New York.
I find all women breathtaking.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. What do you
Think
think?
about that.
I don't think that.
You don't think that?
I think that not all women are breathtaking.
You know what? That's a very unwoke position to take, and I applaud you for
We're
it.
different
Thanks.
than you.
I'm not scared of the woke army. Go woke, go broke. That's what I
So
say.
Rosa Parks.
Yo.
Okay. All right. So we got past that. Now,
Finally.
now Aiden,
Finally, the podcast is surmounted to that moment.
tell me how it works, Aiden.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how
You
it works.
wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know how it works.
We can't show it.
We gotta
We
get
can
through
show
this
this
fast
side of the
because we can't have this on the screen for a
Why
while.
not? We had a Sibian on the screen.
And it
Like,
got
we-
demonetized.
Have we told
No.
we didn't get demonetized.
Yes,
We
it
blurred
did.
it.
Did it not?
No.
Wait, can we tell the audio listeners what we're
Oh, sorry.
Audio listeners. So some of you who have listened for a long time may recall a joke from a long time ago about making an amaranth canister stroker.
Yeah.
And the sketch of her being a foreman at a factory and reprimanding Connor for not working hard
Connor
enough.
eat pant.
Connor eat pant.
Yeah.
And after a long wait, apparently it takes a really long time to get a sex toy made.
Okay.
We have developed the Amaranth Assistant. A canister stroker.
Aiden was our playtester.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nobody
he worked
play
out all the bugs.
tested anything.
He found an exploit where you could get like unlimited lumber, so that's out of that patched out.
This took like one brick.
It looks like a
one
thermos.
sheet, one granite to make.
That looks like a thermos. Is
I
there
think
coffee
we
in
need
there?
we need a new disguise for the pocket pussy equivalent. Because like for ages we've hidden them as flashlights. But now I
Right.
see a flashlight and I think it's a pocket pussy.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to deal with.
I do remember the
If
first.
I see like a flashlight looks like that, I'm like, is that a pocket pussy?
Well, you're like, I'd fuck that.
I'd fuck that thing.
Yeah.
I get all up in there.
when we got the test product at the old house, I remember me and Nick were in the office, and we were like, when Cutie comes home, let's trick her into thinking it's a coffee cup.
Yeah, we were like, oh, you gotta try this
And then
latte.
you
Man.
have
It's
to try
fucking
this latte.
flames.
Nick's been back at on the espresso grinder, and she lifts it up, opens it up.
Oh my god! Did she like let out a yelp?
This is very funny. Oh man. But yeah, this is obviously very late, and I can't imagine our audience has an incredible amount of crossover with the audience that wants to buy
Speaking
this.
of, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Lightly
Everyone in the
used.
Patreon, we're not checking ages. We're just.
We're checking ages. The website very specifically
All
checks
right,
ages.
we're checking ages apparently, and
Hey, wink.
hey, we're gonna check some ages in there, right? Right, Aiden? Right?
You are too old to be saying this.
We're checking.
This flies on
I'm not 30 yet.
1921.
We're checking ages.
You're not 30 yet? What is that? Oh,
If you are not 18, please don't go look at it or buy it. Please, for the love of God.
don't look at it. Avert your eyes.
Cover your eyes.
We do got young viewers too. I'll tell you, we just went back from VidCon. A lot of young yard listeners.
How was that?
Stop listening.
There's
Yeah, stop listening. We don't want you to listen, by the way. We don't like you. Ludwig specifically said it. We are the three of us are
Ludwig
fine
in
with it.
secret talks about not liking you.
Maddie, we were cool. I thought you were cool.
Oh, so you're cool with a minor.
I'm cool with Maddie.
The minor.
I didn't call her that.
Maddie the minor?
She yearned for the mines, so she started working there.
What? How was VidCon?
VidCon was tiring.
Well, yeah, you got worked like a cattle.
I did get worked like cattle. And it turns out VidCon also kind of lame.
No.
I think so, compared to TwitchCon. It feels like every influencer who's there did not want to be there.
What is VidCon for?
Video conferences.
So it's Zoom.
It was made by Hank Green and John Green, the Vlog brothers, one
Okay.
of whom is a famous author you might have heard of.
Yeah, and also he got his posts made Tumblr reblogs change the rules, so you couldn't do it anymore. They took a John Green post, and instead of him saying whatever he said, someone reblogged it and changed the words to "cock is one of my favorite tastes." Not only that, but balls smell amazing. And it's this whole paragraph. Those are the first two sentences about how he much loves like hot salty loads in his mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
And after that happened, it got so popular and funny, Tumblr changed the rules so you couldn't reblog other people's posts to make it look like
Twitter
they said
changed
things.
that rule.
This is like
I think around a similar time.
this is the OG version of Twitter now, like when they had
Quote
people
tweets.
be verified
Correct,
accounts, like
yeah.
fake verified accounts.
I think I called that out too as it happened. Yeah, it makes me go crazy on it, to be honest. So this is the whole
This is a copy pasta.
and
Wow.
because his name was Fishing Boat Proceeds, which is a tax form thing. I know all of. Anyway, sorry.
Wow, okay, you're heavy. I didn't know you knew a YouTuber.
What can I say? I don't. I know him from this.
We were in the office watching Sabrosa on the big screen, and Anthony was like, "Why does he keep talking like this? Just talk normal."
And he's like, he's not like this normally. And last week, he came into the office and he was like, who is this? Like he didn't know who Sabrosa was a week ago.
And now he's in an intimate enough relationship that
Yeah.
he can tell when he's talking to you. I'm glad you and Sabrosa have gotten so close over the
I
years.
haven't watched him since that last week, but when I noticed who it was,
Yeah.
I just assumed he
So
didn't
crazy,
talk like
keeps
that.
switching up. So they sold this. They sold this VidCon to
Got
some
it.
company who produces it. It's been like the YouTube event for a long time, but last year YouTube didn't sponsor it because I think they were going to make their own.
YouTube
TikTok
Con.
sponsored it. It was all TikTokers. This year YouTube's like, you know what, making our own's kind of hard. Are you good? You dinging over here. You dinging.
How about you turn that shit off because we have a job to do.
Work time. Work time,
It's
kiddo.
work time. Unzip that
Work
shit.
time. Unzip that shit. It's work time.
Time to get to work.
Yep.
Well,
And
actually,
I want it all.
Yeah, boss.
you know what? He's a good employee.
It's all fucked up under there.
It's YouTube again, and I went and there's, you know what I found out? There's a lot of fucking YouTubers. Too many goddamn YouTubers. They had like this little Hyatt Regency. It's like this fancy ass Hyatt that they bought the entirety of, rented it out for the weekend. It was only YouTubers in it who have like at least 100K, half a mil, million subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't recognize anyone.
That would be like the best use of a missile of all time.
What?
Why?
To kill them all?
Yeah, killing every
Really?
YouTuber. Yeah.
There's, you know, Drew Gooden probably didn't go.
He was there.
Really?
Yes.
Then it would not be cool.
He was there, and
my
I was gonna
favorite
say hi,
YouTuber.
but I didn't get to say hi. It was a bummer.
Bummer.
I know, I was bummed
Why?
about
Are cons dead?
it.
E3's fucked.
E3 is fucked.
RTX. VidCon.
People finally realize
Anime
that
Expo's still popping.
TwitchCon is also popping.
The weebs don't quit. TwitchCon's doing decent.
What do you think it is? You had a theory brewing just now.
people are realizing that there is nothing to do at conventions. That is my theory.
If there's not
I feel-
Melee, what are you
I feel
doing?
like the appeal of Anime Expo is like things you buy.
Yes, it is.
yeah,
And
that's
they-
why it's insane. You're paying a giant ticket price to go to a convention so you can buy more things.
You're basically
no,
going to
no.
Frankensons.
You're basically going to meet other people who also like the thing you like that you've met online, so you can hang
or
out
to
with
place
them.
the
I would say-
cosplay. I guess.
Sure.
That's the
yeah.
that's the only appeal of a convention I think I really understand is for most people, like if you have some sort of interest like anime, you have this one like pinnacle event for the year that you can go to as an excuse to like hang out with other people.
Yeah.
But in terms of content at the convention itself, for what you can do and how you spend your time, I think conventions have always been like pretty soulless to me.
I think YouTube's just too big. It's too many people.
Yeah, I think the big differentiator is products. Because I'm even thinking of conventions that aren't for creators, like Cinegear Expo, which is like film stuff.
Yeah.
You just go to see new products.
Yeah, you want to see what like the new Lamborghini
And
camera
it's like,
is.
yo, cool, they put a fucking
no, you go
camera
there and-
on a shark.
You go there and network like a jerk off and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yo,
not-
like, bro,
not
let's
real heads.
build.
Not
That's what
real
I'm saying,
heads.
but that's the idea.
Oh, but maybe the most. Yeah, I
You
don't
could
know.
beat. Yeah. You
That's
beat
what
off
this
with
So
your
that's
friends.
what Adobe Max is for.
And you beat off with your
Adobe
friends on
Max
Adobe
is
Max.
so cringe. Holy, you go and the company you work for is on your badge, and like people will either want to talk to you or not want to talk to you
That's
depending
hype.
on what your
That's
badge
social
says.
credit score.
It's
Let's-
crazy.
Let's go to Adobe Max with the art and see.
And like
And
Linus.
sell that.
Yeah.
We actually produce sex toys.
No. See, we have a podcast.
You're our yard no loads refuse at the booth. That's what you should have done. You should have kept him at the VidCon booth instead of merch and clothes and all that dumb shit.
Right.
It's Aiden
Behind
in
a
that
glory
shirt.
hole.
Yeah.
In a glory hole. And
Okay.
and zero refusal.
For sure, I intro this with
said,
something. Yep.
Just said.
Go ahead. Hit that.
I believe you said
Yeah,
there
fish
are
it.
a lot of minors
Thank you.
there.
Thank you. Yep. That is how I
Well,
intro
obviously
this.
check
Said
IDs.
that.
We'll check
We'll
IDs
play,
like
we'll play some Minecraft
somebody
too. I don't
checking
fucking
like
IDs?
Matty Healy when he's like, there was this video of him like giving a kiss to a girl for the first time at a concert, and he's like sitting there like reading her ID really carefully before he does this, and I'm like, this isn't hype.
weird.
This is weird. But it wouldn't be weird with Aiden
It would-
because his body doesn't quit,
His body doesn't
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
And Matt
Unlike
Healy's
Matt
does.
Healy's, which does quit.
and he has
Yeah.
bad teeth. Aiden's teeth are nicer.
Well,
They're nicer.
They are nicer. I'll give him that.
Well, they got the one big one.
Well, that's
What I also found out.
Fake one.
So I asked everyone who had any sort of yard merch on, and by the way, this con mostly women.
Okay.
Mostly women at this con.
like the attendees?
And the gays.
Women and the gays.
Women and the gays.
Okay.
Crushed this. I would say 70%.
Wow.
I have a
Prezzo kills
question
it at
about
VidCon.
this,
Yeah.
but keep going.
Prezzo
No,
doing
go ahead.
30 minutes at VidCon.
Why do you? Because I've noticed that like at your live events and things like that, the gender split is much more even compared to the actual split for viewership online.
We've
Why
talked
do you-
about this.
Why do you
We've
think
talked-
that is?
Me and Connor theorized. I thought for a long time it's because guys are lazy, which they are.
Yeah.
I think they are lazier. But Connor brought up a really good point that girls are generally down to be fans of stuff and like, you know, talk to other people and be like, yeah, I'm a fan of this. You're a fan of this? Cool. We should hang out and be fans of this together. But guys like to think they're above being a fan of anything. And they'll be a fan. They'll do everything a fan does, but like they'll pretend they're not a fan.
Yeah.
And if pressed, will even like pretend they're never
not
don't even
a
know
big
about
deal,
it
yeah.
or like fake it. And I think there's like an
It
element.
would be gay if you went to the Ludwig booth.
Exactly.
Even
and
though
so,
you've
and
seen
so,
every Ludwig video.
That's why the gay people are
you've
cool
seen-
going.
Dude, this is a true theory, and let me tell you why. Because when I was a very little kid, I was 8 years old, I loved Weird Al Yankovic. I was 10 maybe. He does parody songs for the Zoomers.
Yeah, you don't need to. Okay.
You're
thank you.
explaining.
For the
Weird Al.
Zoomers.
Oh, for the. Oh, okay. I thought you were. I see.
Think about it. They don't know shit. Unless Weird Al got big on TikTok, no one knows.
He's like Ludwig with hacks, but for boomers.
Yeah, exactly. It's.
I'm the Weird Al Yankovic of the new era.
Yes, you are. You are Jewish. So. He was.
My mother got it from her.
So I really liked him, and I liked all the songs. And there was a concert in Nevada, and I was with my dad in the summer. And I was like, Dad, there's a Weird Al concert. I saw it, and I was like, I want to go. Let's go. And he's like, Okay, let's go. Like my dad's down. He's like, Fuck it, I'll take my kid to see a show. And then like 2 days before the show, I get cold feet because I'm like, I don't want to go. And he's like, Why? I was like, I'm afraid that no one else will be there, and it'll be like. Basically, the 10-year-old equivalent of like cringe. Like I was afraid that
It'll only be weird. You and Weird Al.
it would be like weird that not a lot of people like Weird Al because I like it would be gay to be a fan of that.
Yeah.
You know, essentially.
Right.
And he's like, that's dumb, but okay, we don't have to go. And then we didn't.
Wow.
So you're right.
I think I'm right about this.
Yeah,
Dublin.
I think that makes sense. You always talked about me not watching any media as a kid, which is
True.
Maybe
because
true.
you were on Skype and playing Wii Sports.
But that's Weird Al was one thing I watched. I had a DVD with like an hour plus of Weird Al music videos that I
His
watched
parents
like
just told
over
him
and
it was
over.
The Simpsons.
And I watched it at my friend's house a bunch because he had it, and then I listened to Weird Al's music all the time. So there you go.
And then you listen to the real versions later on in your life, and you're like, oh.
That's really funny to think about.
Yeah. That's why I've always thought I've had this inverted perspective of life. Because I listened and watched like all the parody shit before the actual source material. So I just live like, you know, in the upside down.
When I found out White and Nerdy was not the original,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
back.
Also went through that.
You're like, oh, fuck me.
they're riding dirty? What?
That can't be the case. It's too dangerous.
There should be a lawsuit somewhere.
So yeah. So how else was VidCon?
I asked every yard member who they would kill,
Yeah.
and the stats went. What? What?
No, these are Ludwig fans. Like, right?
Oh.
You know?
No one's gonna say Ludwig to him. They're too afraid.
Who's your guess? Let's go around. Who do you think? I asked probably about 10 to 15 people.
I think it's me.
Me.
I think number 1 is Aiden. I think number 2 is me. I think number 3 is Slime. I think number 4 is you.
So nobody was exempt. Everybody was named.
Everyone got a clip.
Everybody got a clip. The most kills was me.
Because it's funny.
That surprises
I don't know.
me.
I don't know
Ludwig
why.
fans.
It was the highest
They
kill
don't
rate.
actually mean it.
It was the highest kill rate by a little margin. Number 2, Aiden.
No way!
Yeah.
I am such I am a fan. No, how do I say it?
Then it's me next.
It was about a tie. You guys each had like
Hey.
1 or 2.
Hey, Shaq and Kobe.
Boom.
But I will say the people who wanted to kill you both said it like really quick.
Strong muscles. Really?
They
Yeah, like when I asked, and it would be like me and be like, and then if I was like, who do you want to kill? It's like Slime. Bulb to his eyes.
Dude, I'm such a hit with the gays.
Well, I didn't tell you
That's
who
a
wanted to
reach.
kill you. Yeah, I think that.
Oh, so
Bit of a
math-wise, this is incorrect. Majority gays and women, 70% at VidCon.
Name
then
3
you
guys.
ask the
Name
sample
3 guys.
size.
Name 3 guys.
Prezzo.
Actually, you know what? He is right. 'cause
Tom
the
Ford.
2 that wanted to kill you were guys.
That's what I'm saying. They're threatened by me.
Maybe it's a threatened thing. Yeah.
The straights are threatened by my energy. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you're getting there.
No, that's.
Also, one other conclusion I came to at VidCon is that Dream is popular.
Dream.
He's popular.
Was he there?
No. Oh yeah. See, he was there.
Did he have the mask?
Damask.
Was he mask off or fuck it mask on?
He was fucking mask on with an entourage of people, and there was also some.
Dude, he
like,
should do the MF Doom thing, where he just sends someone else in the mask.
Boom.
I think he will do that.
That's awesome.
I think that's where he will
That's
go.
what Marshmallow does.
Yeah.
He just has a guy show up to appearances.
He did
Well, hold
multiple
on.
DJ
That
sets
guy's a
at
big
once.
marshmallow. Guy
He's
in
busy.
there.
Wait, so did he have like a Saudi like entourage as well? Like the same people that defend oil like princes, it's just with fucking machine guns and rocket launchers.
Strict VidCon rule, you cannot walk on the floor as a creator without some sort of security with you.
Wow.
Broke it day one.
Wasn't this?
You did?
Instantly.
You did?
Yes. There
Who
was
was
like
your security? Yingling?
3 email. Well, there's actually like a bunch of people in suits that were supposed to walk you around that were just waiting.
Wasn't this a rule in reaction to the Logan Paul fountain thing from a few years ago?
Yes. I think it was in reaction, yeah, because he would run and then people would chase him.
Yeah, and there's like this old video of Logan Paul pre-controversy back in like Logan Paul viral Facebook video era.
Did he film a dead person at the fountain?
Yeah, he killed like
Killed
a couple
someone at the Trevi
fans.
fountain.
I think Lund could take a pretty large amount of VidCon fans. He needs to.
It's just how many.
If they're it'd be like Nazi zombies. Like he gets to like round 13.
You just gotta kite.
I'm cutting the ads, get them! It's like, VidCon is like where anyone can be Austin Power. That's kind of fun.
What does that mean? What does
I'm
that
trying
mean
to
in this
figure it out.
case?
In the beginning, when they're chasing him and shit.
Oh, okay, all right.
I
Okay.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I know this is stupid because obviously things have changed, but I did have this weird feeling when somebody added the yard, like all of us, and was like, "Hey, are you guys coming to VidCon? Like, can't wait to see you guys. Like, saw you on like a program or something." And I was like, "Why would they want to see me?"
Aw.
And then like not in like a self-deprecative way. It was just like, "Oh, that's weird. Like, I'm not a VidCon guy,"
Oh.
but that's like a weird
Yeah,
change in
I
circumstances.
saw a
heated.
lot of me and Slime were without saying anything too specific. We were labbing it out in the DMs while I was in New York. We were like seeing things people were saying to you on Twitter and being like, why are they talking like this?
Yeah,
why,
so, like,
why do they behave this way? Are they our fans?
Why would they
Like,
make this interaction in this situation? Like, what does this say to them online? And then in person, we were just doing
it
this
was like random people who were like meeting him and posting photos and
Oh.
talking like
we were trying to get inside the mind of
talking like
a
aliens
carjacker.
sent to Earth who had to act human.
Because he's Weird Al, and you want a picture with Weird Al?
Okay, this is great.
This is really
Who
funny,
wants
guys.
to tell the people?
Come on.
So we are recording
There's
this.
a good reason.
Aiden,
Please.
It's time for us to talk and not you to talk.
We're recording this a day after the main episode of the podcast. You might see we're wearing
wearing
different
different
outfits.
clothes.
We're
Actually,
different
kind of
clothes.
confirms that we're
Clothes.
recording it
Some,
later.
some clothes.
I'm wearing different.
Aiden.
You're close. So, but before that, let's talk about MeUndies, the sponsor of today's podcast. And MeUndies, yeah, they're great. If you're sick of your old scratchy underwear, we recommend MeUndies. But let's not hear it from us. Let's hear it from a user of MeUndies. Because Aiden,
You're actually wearing them.
can you actually show off which underwear you're wearing? Just
Yeah,
maybe
I've
give
got
us
my
a
martini MeUndies on.
martini.
Martini.
And that's so cute, right? This is so cute. They look great. They
Give him a
feel
360,
great.
Aiden. Give him a 360.
360 degrees.
Wow.
They look comfy. They're soft.
Sit down now. Put your
Monthly
pants up. Pull
shipments
your
right to
pants
your
up.
door. Options. You got
Wait,
undies,
why do I-
socks, bralettes.
Why do I recognize these
Yeah,
ones?
because that's the same pair of underwears that he wore
I
yesterday.
have two pairs of eyes. Two
when
pairs. They
you're
sent 2 pairs of
wearing
martini
the
ones. 2
slides.
pairs of martini
Pair
ones. They
2
sent
days in
them.
a row?
They sent them to the office. One pair to the office.
They
One pair to the
actually-
house.
they
One
actually
pair to the office. One pair to the house.
They actually specifically don't send us the same pair
Took
twice.
both
Don't
pairs.
send you the same pair because
Send you-
MeUndies has so much variety. They don't need to do
No,
that.
they send you the same pair every time because they have a lack of variety.
No, they
and
don't do that. They actually send an email
lack
that
of
says they
variety.
never do
Yeah,
that.
and they say interesting styles and
And they
patterns
don't
each
even-
month that
and
are
they're
never
not even-
duplicates, never duplicated.
They're not even
So to get
comfortable.
25% off your first purchase of underwear that you could wear 2 days in a row if you want to,
If
but
you
I would
wanted.
not recommend it. I would not recommend.
It's good to switch them out.
Circumstantial.
Plus
you
free
did it.
shipping.
It's circumstantial.
You go to MeUndies.com/zipper.
Zipper got in on this one.
Zipper's getting a cut of this. It's MeUndies.com/zipper. And Aiden,
You should actually use it. That way you can wear different pairs of underwear.
I slept over.
we gotta commend him for how much he cares about the environment, that he won't wash his underwear and he eats his boogers.
Yeah.
Did you sniff test them before putting them on, or did you just keep them on?
It does smell like a grilled onion
Not
and
the
cheese sandwich in here.
Jabba's.
All right, well, thanks. Let's get back to the episode where it goes back in time one day where he's still wearing the same
And you will
MeUndies.
eventually take these off, which is a spoiler for
Yeah.
the episode.
That's kind of fun.
So, enjoy.
A lot of people are bummed we didn't do the yard live. Sorry we didn't do the yard live.
It's
we
all right.
canceled a few weeks before, maybe a couple weeks.
We had some
Maybe
changes.
Are we
4
trying to?
days.
Are we trying to lie?
How
I'm down to
much?
lie. A couple weeks.
Couple weeks, right? I think
Yeah.
it was a couple. Was it a
it
week?
was.
It was like 6 days, right?
No.
No,
I think it
VidCon
was
was
this
this
it was
week.
actually a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks. That's a real
Deadass
answer.
Ong. It might have been 10 days.
That's what I think it is. 10 days.
Yeah.
That was
And
the
a
number in
Couple
my
weeks.
head.
You
Can
call
we
10
say?
days, couple
Can we
weeks.
say why?
So yeah, we can say why. I mean, the reason was because we had like an hour slot and the communication for like production and how it was meant to go was like a little sparse. So we were nervous because we didn't get to control that our first live show would suck.
Yeah, I
but
just wanted to be special.
they printed out, and this is no fault of theirs, the pamphlet and like all the stuff with what was the schedule before we canceled.
That makes
so
sense.
it said the yard live.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Wow.
So it said the yard
Surprised
live
they got the title right.
on like the physical stuff.
Well, that's
I'm
why.
surprised it wasn't Ludwig's panel featuring 4 losers.
That's why I wasn't annoyed when I kept getting questions and shit. It's like, is this happening? It's like something must have happened, and I will, just set the record straight. Like, oh, it's not.
So we'll do it at
we're all
some point,
gone.
but we didn't
Yeah.
do it at VidCon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll do. We got stuff in the pipeline.
I was
It's
busy-
mostly poop.
We got stuff in the Amaranth assistant.
Yeah.
The sewer.
I was working hard this weekend, getting it ready.
Don't pull it up again.
What?
You're gonna have to blur it again. Oh, come
Archie-
You
on.
shouldn't have said that.
Give
Come
Archie a
on, man.
workout for once.
It's already blurred on the box. Well,
All right, make it hard. Make it hard on Archie and throw it to Nick, and then he has to like track it when it
Yeah,
flies
yeah.
across.
Do it. Whoa! What's up, Archie?
Hey,
Wait,
whoa.
move your arm so it like. Look at all the movement. Yeah. Oh, where's it going?
sorry, Archie. Is it 5 a.m.
Here,
right now?
I'm also making the track hard.
Oh, that's it.
He just puts a black screen that says "fuck you all."
Good luck. Oh, kickflip it?
Okay, sitting kickflip.
It's durable.
Yeah, it withstood a kickflip. So that was VidCon. I met someone from Make-A-Wish too.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that
we
was
found
crazy.
out. I think I said this before. It's not just terminal people.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay,
these-
this is not a joke question. I have a real question. Is the person from Make-A-Wish, do they have like hospital stuff with them? Are they like hooked up with stuff, or are they like just a person?
They're just a human. Yeah,
They,
they're not
they
like
have some
not
sort
like
of
wearing a
illness.
gown.
they're not like
In my
on-
head, it's like they're in a gown and they have like it's like the Black Parade this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not on death's door waiting for My Chemical Romance to show up. They're just humans who were sick or maybe are sick who signed up for Make-A-Wish and get a wish.
Yeah.
And I think the wish, I didn't know about it till like a week up. Ian goes like, "Oh, you're gonna be with a few families." I'm like, "Oh, stressful." You know? I don't know how to make sure it's a worthwhile experience.
You got it.
And so then we're driving up to the place, and I just came from a panel, and Ian was like, "Yeah, a couple families dropped, so it's just 2 now." I'm like, "They dropped?"
I don't like that.
I was like, "What do you mean they dropped?"
Why did they drop?
I realized as I'm walking, this is not for me. Like, it is for me, but I think the wish is like, I want to be a YouTuber or something like that. So they go to VidCon, they get an all-access VidCon pass, and then there's a list of influencers who are at VidCon, and it's like, I want to meet Bing, Bang, Bing, Bang, Bing.
Yeah.
And then they ask the influencer if they want to do it, they can do it. But I think I'm like in a slew. I'm in the pile of slop with other people.
Yeah, you're in the trough.
I'm in the trough.
How many slot for
And
you?
so I go in, and it's 2 families. They're very sweet. We play Uno.
Imagine they weren't.
They dust me, and but I could tell, like there was a girl in a wheelchair. It was like her Make-A-Wish, but she wasn't like, I don't feel like she recognized me or like watched me. But her dad was like, "Dude, my brother loves your stuff."
Oh no.
And I was like,
I don't like that.
I was like, "That's dope." And he was like, "Yeah, it's great, man. It's great." And I got the feeling that the father.
I don't like that at all.
Honey, get out of the wheelchair. Let me sit in there for a little bit.
They were incredibly sweet.
Son, take off the Batman costume and give it to me.
Yeah. It's a holy holy potatoes, Batman, to me. Also, what is the guy that does this? The Make-A-Wish stuff.
What is that question?
There's
a mascot?
Yeah.
You think there's like a Grimace equivalent for Make-A-Wish?
Yeah.
Is there like a big cheetah?
The Make-A-Wish cheetah.
It's still Grimace. You just have to pick up more
And they pay
shifts.
McDonald's to license him?
Yeah.
Oh, what a roundabout thing.
Yo, there's a mascot in Japan for deporting foreigners, deporting
his
refugees.
name's Mario.
Can you look up Japan deport refugee mascot?
Is he cute?
Yeah, really cute. Yeah, and he'll go to schools and it'll be like, "Refugees are scary."
Dude, that is insane.
Deport, and they all chant it in Japanese.
For VidCon, what was the best part of it, the middle part of it, and the worst part of it for you? While Zipper pulls that up.
Okay, all right. Real quick, best part, meeting people. People were nice. Everyone was sweet. I had
Okay.
0 bad interactions.
Yeah.
Zilch. With the viewers.
Yeah.
Middle part was like the panels. They feel strung together by a shoestring and one email.
Yeah.
with, hey, this is the panel, this is the group, and then everyone showed up and not really knowing what to do.
shoestring and a horse barrel.
And a son of a bitch.
Hey, man.
Tan your backside. Horse
Worst
red.
part was people coming up to me who were not viewers in the behind areas. Like, we're only like, hey, industry people have access or YouTubers have access. So some of the YouTubers are nice or whatever. But like, I had a bunch of like VC types come up. You know, a couple like
Trying to build.
yeah, we're Harvard dropouts and working on this scalable crypto solution, and we're thinking we can tap into the live stream viewer base. Can you hear our pitch for a bit? And it's like I got 20 minutes for lunch. Like, you're killing me.
That's
what networking is.
It sucks.
Did you say yes to anything?
No, I said no. They went through their whole pitch about this scalable solution about a viewer-funded thing that's better than crypto.
Oh, it's
At the very end, they're like, "What do you think?" And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't use it. And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, I don't like being viewer-funded. I think it's dumb. I make millions from YouTube. They're like, okay.
That's so cool.
Okay, bitch, you weren't even hot anyway.
Dude, I would love to just follow Ludwig around being like, yeah! You heard what you just said to you? It was no.
That's how I feel when we play Valorant and snaps at teammates that are being dicks. Because finally, I'm not the guy he's trying to cool off. I get to be in the backpack like, yeah, get him! He thinks you suck. It's fun.
Sometimes I get mad at them.
And it's scalable, so we should actually
Yeah,
do it.
it's the
It's a
solution.
scalable solution.
Did they get the AI or the web form?
Zipper said he couldn't find mascots for deportation, but he found prison mascots. You
All
know
right,
what? Let's
show
bring
the-
up the
show the
prison
prison
mascots.
mascot.
That one is a tomato.
That's so cute.
It is really cute. It says Waka Pee, and it has a W on the mouth and a P on the belly. It's for a women's prison.
Notorious inmates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's a police officer who has a beehive for a head.
Nipo-kun, I've come to
What the
send you to the death sentence today.
Wait, why do they have mascots for the jails?
You will eat gruel and live in
They
isolation.
have mascots for everything. in
Okay,
Japan.
this one's a little angry. He looks like a prisoner
Don't
mascot.
fuck with Katakuri-chan, because Katakuri-chan will dice your shit.
He's a prison warden with a giant purple flower for hair. So that's cool. The
Yeah.
mascot of Ashikawa Prison.
Yeah.
This one's just
Oh.
like a cute bear.
I like that
That
guy.
looks like an Animal Crossing character. Japan crazy, man.
It's a reindeer.
Is Animal Crossing just based on prison mascots? And
Yeah.
we never knew.
They're all retired prison mascots who have congregated in one island.
Wow. That's hype.
Blue Lives Matter could have a whole new demographic if they just went in that direction.
What's
you know?
blue in Spanish? Japanese?
What is?
No.
What is?
Connor's with you. Ask him. Connor, come on out here. That's right.
Yeah.
It's the Connor
Another
episode.
million view episode.
It would be a million view episode. Unfortunately,
They're
he's
just
at
a
Disney.
cheat code, man.
Connor?
The whole squad. What was that?
Wait. Say it again. Ow.
Oh.
Ow.
I was so happy when I saw your thumbnail and I could read a name.
Oh yeah, I posted a thumbnail of China's hardest game, and it had the top 3 world record holders.
Yeah.
And Aiden's in the group chat like, that means 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Me done.
You still got it, baby.
I like how you did retain it.
I remembered
Was
egg.
it one of your gamer tags, Egg?
No, I just got excited. Or yeah. The one my Smurf name is Spicy Penguin Egg.
That's why he knows Egg.
Well, he still knows it. Still locked his memory. Can't blame him.
I'm blaming him.
How was New York?
New York sucks.
New Jort.
What?
New York's a shitty place.
What
Short.
the fuck?
What did you
don't
like
mean
about
that.
it?
He's such an LA kid.
No, I hate LA. That's why I don't like New York. It's
No,
that
you don't.
worse.
You don't.
I think you like LA.
I think the way I've seen you interact with this world, I can just tell you love it.
You're an LA guy.
I don't. I like where I live.
Does
I don't live.
Does he do anything that is
downtown.
stereotypically LA?
No,
like
no,
on
but
the
he
east side or work in
Scared.
The
Philly?
way he consumes.
Let me.
He works in film. He fucking loves milk substitutes.
He's always got a milk substitute beverage in his hand always.
Let me be
He loves driving.
Tattooed out the ass.
I don't think you
I
love
like
driving.
New York if I love driving.
No, I'm saying you love LA.
You would hate New
hating
York.
New
Why would
makes
you love
sense.
LA if you love driving?
But I don't know why. But
you have
do.
to drive.
You're trying to say examples of why I like LA.
Love
this-
driving.
you have to
You
like
have to
driving
drive in LA.
You have to
Oh,
drive
you
in
do
LA.
like driving, don't you?
No, I hate driving.
But you take
None of you know me.
You take casual.
You take casual
Casual drives.
Casual drives. Casual drives. I
never
remember
done
having a
that.
I
friend.
can't hear what you're saying.
Remember when you were going on casual drives to like clear your mind and shit? You like driving?
I do that when I'm miserable.
But you still do it.
Yeah,
Why
but
do
you
you
to
do
be
that?
happier.
To be happier.
Yes.
Yeah, well done. Connor, come on out here. We did it. We did it.
Look, let me be more specific. So
Thanks, Zipper.
I made the mistake of staying in Manhattan, and I
Yeah.
really don't like Manhattan. But I
West
found-
side or what?
Were you on the Seinfeld side or the
Were you
I was
near
in Midtown.
Mid Square? Okay.
Midtown
Fuck yeah.
Square.
I love-
midpoint?
Time Midtown Square. But I spent a lot of time in Brooklyn, and that was a lot better.
Yeah.
Brooklyn was cooler. But I when I was there, I went there to visit my dad, and I rented a Maserati. I wanted to impress him, and cause he builds cars, so I was like, I'm gonna pull up in like a cool car, and then we're gonna drive around. When you're not 30, you actually can't rent a lot of cars. I tried, cause I wanted to get like a really fucking nice car, and they only.
You can rent normal cars when you're 25, just not the sports cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm
You just
trying,
had a lot of
but
cars
I'm trying
and,
to
like-
get a sports car.
Sure.
Specifically because he's into cars. So I got a Maserati Gran Turismo, and I was driving it. I don't know why, but it's 2012, so like the what's it called, like the infotainment system or whatever is kind of outdated. But it had a screen and it had like some weird version of CarPlay. And there was a button on the wheel that said SCR, which I learned later was probably screen. And it was the only button that would change. It was in touchscreen. The only button that would like change anything on it. And the only two things it would do is one, go to a screen where it tries to connect to my phone but does not work, and two, loops the movie Ice Age 2.
No.
And so I was driving around Manhattan, looping Ice Age 2 the entire trip.
That's so hard.
How's it start?
It was like always right in the middle. Like it was always like it would like the car would restart the movie from the middle when the car turned on.
That's the best part. Is
I
in
love
that
the
part.
best. The best part's when the opening sequence when he gets the nut, but he never gets
But he never gets the.
Yeah,
but
but
you
he got
think
it.
he
They
might.
got it recently. They gave it to him. Remember that?
No, I haven't seen.
I haven't watched
They
Ice
gave it
Age.
out recently.
Watching
I'm
Ice Age.
27.
Ice Age,
Yeah.
It was like a promotion online.
For sure, 27 years old.
I'm not 27
It's like
yet.
an age
I'm young.
number.
I'm young.
He's
Older.
young. He's young and fresh.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Besides that was basically the most. Oh no, I went to a sumo fight.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
yeah.
it. I knew you were to
It
New
was
York.
so
and I saw
awesome.
you at a sumo fight, and I was like, "That's not New York."
I had a really dumb
that's what you
thought
do
when I
there.
saw that you were there, because Hassan and Will were doing sumo stuff in
same day, yeah.
Japan, and I was like, did Nick like go meet them?
He just
for
lied.
this?
He's like, "I'm going to New York." Goes to Japan.
It's like you could have just said that you were doing that. You don't need to
Why
lie.
did you go to Japan without us?
Why did you go to Japan, and why did the sumos fight?
So I went there to hang out with my dad, and then after I was done hanging out with my dad, I tried to like meet up with everyone who I know out there, and I was hanging out with Caleb from Pod List, and he was like, "Do you want to go to a LAN cafe?" And I was like, "Sure." And we played Valorant in a LAN cafe. It was hype. We were fist bumping after games and stuff. And the guy who owns the LAN cafe watches the yard, so I was getting free Red Bull. It was pretty tight. And then after he was like, "Yo, tomorrow we're gonna go take acid and watch sumo wrestlers.
Oh my god.
You want to go do that?" And I was like, "That is so fucking funny. I would love to go." And it was so expensive. It was like $120. And you're supposed to. The idea is that you like eat sushi while watching sumo wrestlers. But when I got there and they served us sushi, it was like a Walmart bento box.
Yeah.
Like, it was not like good sushi.
That
it
makes
was
sense.
Like, it was like
$120.
$8 worth of sushi.
Okay.
So it's about $110 to watch sumo wrestlers fight.
But the seat's pretty good, right? Because it's like not normal stadium seating because you have a table and shit.
Yeah, seats pretty good. You're like, I don't know.
I've seen these
It was
venues.
kind of like medieval times. It was like
Right.
it wasn't a stadium, but it was just like they all had different colored diapers on, and I'm like, go red.
Red diapers.
We were betting $5 per.
Yeah.
And they had a high roller friend who was doing 20 to 40 with me.
Oh, I would have loved to be in the mix.
And
Betting on diapers.
The format is weird. Like, so like there's like 2 fighters, and then one wins, and winner stays on. And then someone else comes on.
They don't play rotation
And they
in
just
New
keep
York.
going until there's a champion, which I did not understand. Like, when do you end? When do it stop? Like, I didn't get it at all. And they were like announcing like how it works, but like you couldn't hear them. And also I learned that you could be 600 pounds and you can lose to a 200-pound sumo wrestler.
That's one of the beauties of sumo wrestling. It's
It was
not based
great.
on size.
I watched
It's a lot of
it,
technique.
dude, because we were betting. Like, the way we were betting was kind of fraudulent. Like, I'd be like, I get green, and he's like, I get red. And then if green won, I just get to stay green. So like my horse is getting fatigued
Yeah, true.
for the next fight.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Which
though.
is kind of weird. And so this guy comes on. My guy's like 600 pounds, and I'm like, that's my guy. I'm betting on that guy. Well, who do you want? He's like, fine, I'll take the other guy. And then he wins. And then the next guy comes on. He's like he weighs as much as fucking Lovely weighs. And I'm like,
Don't say that, it's hurtful.
so he's like 300 pounds. and I'm like, I still get my guy. And they're like, whatever, man. And he goes and he lifts him up by the diaper in the air, feet off the ground.
Like a bad
holding
kid.
him and spinning him. And then he throws
Like a
him.
Bowser throw?
Yeah, it was like Bowser. And in sumo wrestling, if they just fall down, they lose. Like there's no
If you fall or if you step out of the circle.
out of the circle or just fall, which I didn't know the rules of that. So I was kind of like, oh, they just push him over. And so that was hype. And at the very end of it all, there was a group of fans who could pay a premium to fight the sumo wrestlers.
What?
And I was like, I would have done anything to do that if I knew that going in.
Wow.
And so one of the dudes looked like Peter Griffin. He was just fatter than the sumo wrestlers, but just a white guy from New York. And he put up a fight. But the rest of the guys were just like kind of strong young guys, and the sumo wrestlers just like toyed with them.
Wait, well, Hassan did this stream where he went to a sumo spot, and it showed off just how much technique they have, because he goes up against this guy, and it looks like he's putting up a fight, because sumo's like getting right to the edge of the ring.
Yeah.
And the moment he hits the edge of the ring and he's like flailing back there, he just like puts his foot down and just flips Hassan, like without an issue. And he knew exactly where he was. His heel was like an inch away from losing, but it was not a problem because he knew that. He was just toying with him.
Yeah,
I
it
kept thinking he was gonna lose. I was surprised by the amount of awareness.
Yeah.
that you just.
It was tight. That was worth it for sure.
Sumo wrestling?
Yeah, I want to go back so I can fight the sumo wrestlers.
You should train.
I want my moment.
What if I
should
told
eat
you there's a
4,000 calories a
country
day.
where there's so many sumo wrestlers?
Where?
Nihon desu.
Oh, you wanna go back?
There was one guy you could tell, like everyone was kind of having fun with it, and there was one guy you could tell really wanted to win. And like he like tripped and fell when he ran to do his first like push, and they let him go again. And it was all really cringe. It was like he was like trying super hard, and the sumo wrestler was like, dude, like this isn't like
This
for,
is my job.
This is for the family. Like,
Oh, it was one of the people in the audience.
one of the fans.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
it'd
it
be
was like-
crazy to let a pro sumo
Oh
wrestler
no,
like,
no,
go
no,
again.
no. The
Yeah,
actual
that's
fights
right.
were very legit. It seemed. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's like, I'm serious about being a fat guy.
The champion of the night, he was wearing a Yankees hat, like after he won. So it's like a sumo wrestler in a Yankees hat, which I imagine is like the largest size they offer. And then he had a towel out the Yankees hat that goes all the way down to his butt. And the towel just said, I want a beer.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, that rules super hard.
tight.
That's my goat.
That's really all that happened.
Not a New York guy.
Not a New York
Not
guy.
a New
LA
York
guy.
guy,
He's
an
such an
LA guy.
LA head.
It's an LA thing to say.
An LA thing.
You know?
You went to Vegas.
Yeah, I had
Why?
I had a sabbatical.
That's not what that
He
is.
keeps calling
He
it that.
keeps saying he
That's
had
not what a sabbatical is.
Yes, it is.
What was it? What
A mind cleanse.
You just went somewhere.
You just went to Vegas
came back.
on vacation.
Tell me.
How'd you run?
Let's start this. What is a sabbatical?
and then came back for your job at the regular cadence that it
Sabbatical is
occurs
like a
at.
leave from a job for purposes of like either maybe I think physical health and mental health. Like
What job did you leave?
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's not a sabbatical. It's
Thank you.
something else.
a vacation.
It's a vacation.
Right.
A trip.
So I took a sabbatical to Las
You took
Vegas.
PTO.
And yeah, I took PTO. No, so I was going to go to Vegas, and then I was gonna go back home to Colorado and do a couple things. But then I decided to just stay in Vegas because it was fun.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, why?
So, but what's going on right now is World Series of Poker, which is it's about a month and a half of just like all day tournaments at every casino and the venue that they do that at. So I basically just played tournament poker for like 5 days straight, and it was really fun. And I ran like shit. But what I did is I would get frustrated. I would go to the blackjack table and mine it, and just come back with money and just finance
You're
my trip.
so old to be doing that.
But I didn't
No.
lose. I know, but I just didn't
I
lose.
mean, it's because his life experience should teach him that's not how it works.
Oh, I
Because when I
see.
first went to the casinos, it was in Arizona State, the one in Scottsdale, right? The casino there.
Not anymore. Closed
Not
down.
anymore. It's closed.
It is still there. It's called Talking Six Resort.
No, they closed it.
Nope, it's on Native American land. Talking Six Resort, and I went with
Talking Stick, which is actually true.
It's
Talking Stick.
It's Talking Sticks.
It's not.
All
I'll
the
bet you.
sticks
I'll bet you
talk.
10.
All the
Funny.
sticks talk.
The T and the sign went off a long time ago, so like people who just moved there think it's.
It's
Yeah.
Talking Stick.
Okay, either way,
Because Mikey would host tournaments there. I saw it all the time.
I went to Talking Stick Resort, and this is when I was freshly turned 18. My friend Eric, who's a couple years older,
Nubile.
and we would go, and we had a strategy of going to blackjack making money at blackjack to play poker.
Yeah.
And it was like a tried and true, and we went every other week for like 3 months. Always bringing like 80 bucks and then just running it up in blackjack, and it worked almost every time.
Isn't that
And
funny?
I was convinced that I was like, oh yeah, blackjack you just make money. And then poker you like get better at and you can make a lot more money.
I've lost enough money in blackjack to know it doesn't work like this.
So much.
I just kept getting lucky and leaving when I was up, which is a new development.
That's a skill.
So I financed my whole trip just playing really difficult tournament poker. I did play, I think, well enough, but I just, you make mistakes.
You
and
also win at like the
fucking
dumbest time, right?
No, because it's so many people in general. Like, it's actually, there's just bigger fields, but no one's actually good enough to like clobber you. Like, there's killers every now and then, but I don't know. I played enough to be like, feel all right. It was really fun though. I had a great
You went
fucking
up?
time.
People went up?
Yeah, I'm actually up, which is funny.
Dude.
What, Ludwig? What's this? What? What's gonna get us in here?
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
I have the ability to stream anime on my YouTube stream. I've secured a deal to do it.
What?
The only rule is that I can't keep the VOD up, which makes sense. And I also have to block the entire country of Japan from watching my stream forever.
Which you should do anyway.
Well, yeah.
Because you promote Western values that I don't think are good.
I think I should do it because even people in Japan can keep watching if they used NordVPN.
Oh.
You can get around that silly old region-locked content, which I might be a part of.
Oh. So if you're in Nippon Des and you want to watch Western media like Ludwig,
If you want to watch it live on Ludwig's channel, there will be no VOD.
No
Because
VOD.
if there was a VOD, he'd have to take it down within
Instantly.
60 days.
Instantly.
60 days is a good.
Because I would get probably C&D'd
Right.
by someone in Japan.
You
And so
wouldn't like that. You wouldn't like that.
I
a
like
bad
that.
thing to
So how
happen,
about you
so.
use Nord to protect your online activity, phishing, password attacks, DDoS, ransomware. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's quick and easy to switch servers during use, and one account lets you use up to 6 devices, which is a lot of devices.
And I have 6 devices because I have 4 cell phones and 2 computers.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
And he needs. And
I
he's gonna
don't. I
watch
just
your
keep
stream
buying
on
cell
all of them.
phones.
Yeah, he keeps them on a belt and a Bluetooth. He's
Like-
he's going dadcore.
He's
Pokeballs.
gonna be like one of those grandmas playing Pokemon Go when they have like 6 phones out.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Now, right now, you can get a 2-year plan at a huge discount plus 1 additional month for free when you use our link nordvpn.com/theyard.
It's risk-free. Nord 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN.com/theyard. And again, you can be influenced by wanton Western culture.
I will block you, and it's not your fault, but please keep watching with Nord.
On my plane, I was Jeff Wittick was sitting next to me, who I don't know.
He does the haircut thing. He was
Yeah.
part of David Dobrik's crew before he broke his face on David Dobrik's crane.
He
Dude,
looks
I just-
great.
crane
I
guy.
just learned this morning that he's had like 9 eye surgeries.
A
And
lot
he-
of eye
'cause of the
surgeries.
crane?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucked.
It's fucked
I
his
met
life.
him. I met him on the plane, and he still has more surgeries to get, which is crazy.
You talking
Oh, you
to him?
talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him.
You sound like you weren't going to talk
Yeah,
to
you
him.
told
I didn't
us
think I
this,
was going to.
and
So I
you-
was like, Jeff Wittick's on the plane next man, it's kind of funny. And then Aiden's like, talk to him, and I was like, I don't know really much about him. I should-
Aiden would have a hike
But then it
clinic
like,
on
kind of just more
Thursday.
naturally happened, so I was like, okay. He's very
How
nice.
did
He's very
that
cool.
happen? Your eye looks fucked.
No, you can't even tell. It's like, that's how I was like, damn, rich people can just like get crazy good surgeries.
That's great.
And be totally chill. But one funny thing that he said was, he's like, yeah, I was supposed to cut Ludwig's hair, but apparently he's like picky about his hair. And I was like,
Pussy boy?
in my head, I was like, Ludwig goes to Supercuts.
Little last time, little pussy boy? Why are you
drama.
turning down man
I'll
down?
do a drama alert right now.
Drama alert.
I'll do drama fucking Jeff fucking Wittick's dumbass fucking.
I like this because Ludwig's face
Yeah,
was
dumbass
so...
probably deserved
Hey,
to get calling on the
whoa,
crane.
whoa, whoa,
Probably,
whoa,
yeah, I'm in
whoa,
your,
whoa,
I'm in
whoa,
your
whoa.
corner.
It is what Ludwig said.
I mean, that's what you
I'm
say
not
in
saying
private.
this.
We don't represent the views of the
Of Ludwig.
garbage bag with shoes on in the
Those
corner
are
of the
those are
room.
the views that Ludwig has, and I back up.
He told Aiden in
right.
private. He said this.
This is kind of funny. In 2019, all right, pre-COVID, I messaged Jeff and I said, hey, if you ever need a video idea, like I'm willing to throw my body on the line because I watched Jeff at that point.
Okay.
And I liked what Jeff was doing. I thought he was funny. I thought he was the funny guy in the David Dobrik group. Just threw that. 3 years later, he replies and he says, wow, just saw this, bro.
That's so funny. I wonder what happened 3 years later.
Well, he said, saw you on Cold Ones the other day. It was dope you showed your nuts. Love those guys.
Wow.
And then Chad and Max,
Culture,
I mean,
man.
not the nuts. And then he said, we got to get you on the show. And I said, yeah, I'm busy because it was like 2 weeks before chess boxing. But after, I'm good. And he said, great. And then he said, sick event. Don't know Wald, my bad. He messaged me again. He said, yeah, I'm down. I gave him a time. He said, where are you located? And then I forgot to respond.
Oh,
I just
wow,
found this
drama
out.
alert.
Dude, you bet so hard.
Wow.
Because I saw his face and he was like, "Yeah, let's rock, bitch!" Like he had the answer.
I still don't know where the Frankie hair
So
thing
Jeff
came
is
from.
just a good, honest guy.
Well, no, because to be fair, I never said shit about hair.
Dig the hole.
All I
boy.
said is where you
It was too
located.
specific to be a lie.
I didn't say anything about hair. I
just
didn't
heard
say
from somebody
like
else.
I'm picky on hair. I said I'm kind of busy. But so he made that up. And second of all, he took 3 years to reply to me. 3 months, that's not that bad.
Sure, I think that's fair. I think that once again, the court man says that Ludwig wins.
Jeff, 2026.
2026. That's when you get to touch this Adonis's hair mane.
I think he would be fun to have on.
This pod?
Yeah.
Well, Aiden wants him now. Your son wants it. Will you buy it for your
Yeah,
son?
please,
No.
Dad.
My
Buy
kid's,
him the
my
iPhone.
kid's whiny.
Dad.
I have a whiny kid.
He does dress like that.
Yeah.
You dress like the son of a Grand Theft Auto character.
Yes, oh my gosh. In GTA 5, and you burp like one too.
Oh, he would just fit right in with a crypto crew, like bros who make NFTs. He would fit right in.
I took a picture of him. I'll post later, but it literally looks like his ape just crashed.
It did. My apartment's down.
Oh, dude, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think the highlight of my trip was honestly like, I was so okay. I realized 2 things about myself. One is that gambling is so fun. And
It just is.
no, but like, on the poker table, when you are playing in tournament with all these like degenerates that have been there for like a month or live there or whatever, and it's like we're all sharing this common interest of like this game that we're playing of deception, but also it moves slow so you can talk to each other. I was talking to people like I was Aiden. I was getting to know people, and it was so interesting. I was
Like you were 8.
I was like, why do I feel comfortable
I think
here?
you're doing this like a human.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
On the poker table, I become human. Detroit, become human. And I was also the funniest guy on there, which meant a lot to me, right? Like, I was just so quick and making jokes. Everyone was laughing, and like, we were just sharing this entire thing at a table. And I was like, this is where I belong. It was a really nice revelation for me.
I think it would be bad if you were there for a long time. Aiden, go ahead.
Sent me a text. He said, I sat next to this girl at the poker table and we hit it off and hung out all night. She's a lawyer from Canada. This is what it's like to be Eamon.
That's true. This literally happened. It was like
This is
crazy.
Some of the joys of human connection. However, you have to explore that human connection further. Because if you were there a year, you would see maybe some regulars, but you don't see like so many new people in and out. You'd be like a school teacher.
That's
you never
fine.
get to forge connections.
That's
for
fine.
life.
But I like it that way because there's no obligation.
He prefers it that way.
That's why Aiden likes Super Drivers, because he can never see them again, and if they die, he doesn't care.
But I
when they
imagine-
die, he doesn't care.
He hopes they do
hopes
on their
they do.
next ride.
He hopes the next ride they die in a fireball, so it doesn't matter anymore.
And then his luck resets.
Yes.
But I think for Aiden, he also probably has higher joy in the deeper connections in nourishing those than forging new connections.
no, I don't
Because
think
he
he does.
wants most people to die in fireball-like situations.
Because the thing is, what I'm saying is the difference between someone dying in a fireball after they drop him off, and he maybe tips them, probably not, and the difference between that and never talking to him again is the same in his head.
Yeah.
Because he has
Let's
diseases
clear
in his
something
head.
else. Let's clear something up. He doesn't tip them, right? Of
course, yes.
But what he
Thank
does
you.
is he gives them some life advice. He talks to them. He listens.
He doesn't even ask for the advice. He just gives them life advice.
Unsolicited advice, which
unsolicited.
everyone loves and wants to hear all the time.
And in his head, that was the tip.
Just start a podcast.
Right.
Just start a podcast. It worked for me. Just
Yeah.
start.
It's like, actually, it's funny. If you start a podcast, you actually make a lot more than you think you might.
I don't.
My first try actually made a lot of money doing a podcast.
I guess I don't have 5 kids, but I would just start a podcast.
Yeah.
And that could probably pay for the colleges.
I wouldn't, but don't use like a yard. We did that. So
Yeah.
maybe try something else than a
It
yard.
would be hard if you did it and called it the yard.
Maybe the street.
It would be
Maybe
difficult.
the street.
Like,
Yeah.
pick a
The
street.
street's good.
You should ask my friend Nick. He actually kind of set the whole thing up. You should ask him. He'd give you some tips.
But Aiden, I think still, with all of this, vitriol, anger, immoral activity in new relationships forged, probably still prefers those deeper relationships getting deeper. Which is why he follows up. Because he is a follow-upper. It's not like he forged a new relationship and it's like, pff, burned, gone.
But in his
I
mind,
think he only follows up to check if they've exploded in some sort of fire incident.
see
or
if he
not.
has to
He does both.
continue
He does
following.
both.
Right.
And if they haven't, he makes sure he keeps the connection longer, so he
Right.
loves them, so he doesn't want them to
All right,
burn
well,
in a fireball.
fine. Let's just consult the actual person. Nick,
Yeah.
what is your final thought on how
Man,
Aiden
I'm
treats
really
human
trying to
interaction?
synthesize all the things that we've said here today. But I think where I'm ending up is he wants people to hurt and feel bad because he will never feel it himself.
Yes.
And I think that it makes him, it kind of entertains him, kind of like a
TV show.
like an iPod Nano game. You know, it's like just enough.
Just
enough for this flight.
That makes a lot. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been the Yard Podcast.
Anyway, I met this guy named Ben this morning from Team Liquid. Went on a hike with him in Bjergsen, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with Ben again because we're gonna hang out again soon.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Is he that journalist guy?
No.
I think I know this person still.
So, just met him for the first time this morning. Looking forward to spending more time with
How
him.
many times have
Hope he doesn't
Aiden,
explode in any fireballs. I don't know.
how many times
Unrelated.
Aiden has asked me to hike? And
Never.
the answer is actually 0.
He's actually never asked me to hike either. Why? Actually, you know what? Let's flip it on Aiden. Why do you like these new friends more?
He asked
That's
me,
what I'm saying!
he asked me to hike once.
Why have you never asked me to hike?
I
I
hiked
have
it in.
asked you to hike.
No, you haven't.
2,
No, you
yes,
haven't. No,
have,
wrong.
Have.
When?
Can find the DM. Definitely asked you when we lived in the old house together. Never asked you because you never want to do it. You hiking with John and Radstats was a phenomena that we all you
guys were stumped at
saw
that one.
like it was a Bigfoot. so don't ask why I don't ask you. And I have asked you before once, but he also doesn't like hiking, so that's why I don't ask him.
I love hiking. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Interesting.
Doesn't like hiking.
LA guy.
LA guy doesn't like hiking.
Does love hiking.
Why do you like these new friends more than us?
Yeah.
And why do you not hang out with us?
Don't. Well, we're hanging out right now.
No, this is work.
That's what we say to you. You can't use that argument because we say that to you and then you go, shmeep shmeep boppity boppity bears. And then we all want to die inside. At least me and Nick do.
Well, I have a good reason.
Why?
I work, keep my boys fed.
Body doesn't quit.
You live far away, and that's fine.
You don't invite. You don't invite. You don't invite any of us. You don't even hang out with him at the home you live together.
This is about slime. I was hanging out with Jazz, Fizzy, Melee. He made Slippy.
Legend.
In New York, and we were talking about slime, and he goes, "Yeah, slime. So like his Twitter, like what's his deal?" And he just asked it like that, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just so mad,
Yeah.
all the time." And I thought about it a lot. I'm like, I don't have an answer for you.
Tough question is.
But
You
the
know
way
what?
he put it was just
Jazz,
really funny.
neither do I. I think I just scroll and I see something and I see red.
You do get mad.
Someone today said something about how the space telescope is going to be able to see so far into space and it'll change the world.
Someone, it was a physicist.
And I was like, no, it won't.
Trained physicist.
Yeah, and I said, no, it won't.
It won't.
Because it won't.
It probably
Because it
will.
doesn't change the taste of mustard.
What?
Wow.
What?
If someone tweeted, "I'm gonna change the taste of mustard," would you have replied, "This will change the world"?
Yeah, that's really funny.
If Isaac Newton was around and you were around in his time and he was like, dude, I found this gravity thing, you'd be like, who gives a shit?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, because it's the first time.
This is the first time.
He's trying to get it out the mud. These people are not trying to get it out the mud.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What the fuck
Young
did
boy
that
never
mean?
broke again.
Boy, never
Why
broke
did you
again.
just dunk on a physicist?
Because it's a dumb thing to say. What they said is
it's
not going to change the
It's
fucking
not.
world.
It will. The Hubble Space Telescope changed the world. Changed our understanding of the universe.
Oh, and so but people still have to work at 7-Eleven.
Yes.
What,
Well, you
what
can
is
have
the
both.
difference between this and Isaac Newton?
If we colonized Mars, does that change the world?
Yeah.
But people still work at 7-Eleven.
That'd be a Martian 7-Eleven though, which is way
No, I'm saying
different.
on
They'd
Earth they
still
still
work
do
here.
it.
Yeah,
So-
but the idea that there's a Martian 7-Eleven that you like share benefits with is crazy.
Yeah, that's what there'd be a lot of camaraderie.
You guys
in
are fucking roasting me right now. Everyone listening to this stupid show
Do you think
knows
they
that I'm
agree
right.
with you?
God, I
You
swear
think they
yes.
agree with you?
It
I think
sucks
this is
that I
one of
have
the
to
few times
It sucks
I'm
that I
just-
have to reheat the 7-Eleven pizza again, but at least I know I have a
Hey, if
coworker
you-
on Mars.
If you have at all followed what we're talking about, leave a comment.
I'm
Who's
saying,
right?
I'm telling the truth. I think I have an actual really good point this time that is unanimous.
Speaking of who's right, speaking of which,
If it's about him, I don't
Please
care.
don't be me.
by
Please don't be me.
just an avalanche.
I don't know what he's talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Last week.
Last week.
What?
Let's check the Twitter thread. The
Oh, the
and
Pope.
Donald Trump.
All right, I'm checking the results. The results here on the satellite orbiting the Earth.
You can't look at the Twitter poll.
Well, the Twitter poll is what we polled people.
That's what we asked.
According to
That's the
Elon
question.
Musk, 362,000 people saw this poll, and how many people voted were 43,000 human beings.
Look at the YouTube comments.
Which is crazy.
Aiden, is this enough people for it to be statistically significant?
Yeah.
Go look at the YouTube comments. Look at the replies
Okay.
of this post.
Well, I don't know, but a poll says here.
Oh my God.
And in many elections, this is considered a landslide.
It's weird that Aiden would bring it up when he's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I was
And,
saying.
and a 60-40 election would be
This is so
historic.
It would be a
disingenuous.
historic landslide. A historic landslide.
Well, let's-
so,
you
I'm
know
sorry
what's
that
the
we
po-
used democracy to
So,
figure out
guys,
the answer.
for audio listeners, the Pope earned 59.6%
Let's be
of
fair.
the vote
Yeah.
to Donald Trump, who has 40.4% for the most famous person between these two people.
Yes, and Aiden, to Aiden's credit, let's actually pull up the YouTube and see how many comments there were. And if there are more than 43,000, then I think we should take those
Right.
into consideration.
Zipper, if you
Yeah.
could go, and remember, all those comments have to either choose a decision in
Right.
that. So
I
they-
feel like maybe if we took every comment that said Trump and subtracted it from the poll, it would still be.
Wouldn't
well, we don't
really.
know. Let's check the numbers.
Yeah, let's check the numbers.
because the numbers
That's fair.
tell the story.
I'm assuming there's thousands of comments the way Aiden was talking about.
Yeah,
There
let's check
must
it out.
be.
Check it out.
There must be
We'll
thousands.
just pull it up right here.
So
Aiden.
looking at the YouTube channel,
Okay, there's a little over 1,000
I
comments.
think I have that many Facebook friends.
1,197 comments. Okay, well, there are likes considering.
There it is. The Pope and the U.S. President are titles, not people.
Oh, we should probably trust that one guy.
Yeah.
That's what everybody said.
No,
Well,
the argument was about.
335 people liked that, and there's 4 replies, which I'm sure discourse is occurring there.
And I think even if you added everyone in the comments and just said they were all Trump and put it in the poll, you'd still lose by a landslide.
True. True.
So let me ask you this, Aiden. When you said, speaking of who's right, in a victorious tone, what did you mean?
What, buddy?
Because we just pulled up the
And
numbers.
also, did you wear this on the hike? Because you look so dumb.
I was excited. I was excited to revel in my glory.
go take
for
a
second.
slide about it. Go take a slide
Slide
about
about
it.
it. Take a slide about it.
We'll keep
Take
it
a
going.
Take a slide.
And I brought you guys a gift.
Take a lap. We don't
Take
care.
a lap. We'll take your gift after. Aiden's doing a sad slide down
Yeah,
a
I'll
slide.
take your gift.
Audio listeners, are
Yeah,
gonna slide.
the gift is so nice of him.
Feels good to win.
You
Feels
know,
good to
and
be
I
right.
wasn't on your side, but sometimes the numbers don't lie. Ball does not lie.
Ball don't lie.
So, and that's the society we live in.
It's
One based on
good. It's
facts.
good to win. You know, because when the poll went up, I was at ground zero, so I was going.
You were at 9/11 site of terrorism.
right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so
Did you see anyone taking a picture, smiling in the picture?
yeah, a ton
Isn't
of
that
people.
weird?
It is super
It's like
weird.
the Auschwitz photo.
Yes,
There's
it
the
is.
girl. And she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and she's killing it.
It's not like that. It's actually
I
different.
saw
but
someone. I
Same
saw
idea.
that one of the names had a rose coming out of it, and I was like,
That's cool.
That's crazy.
very pretty.
That's pretty.
It's pretty
Also
that
very
it's-
sad.
It's crazy that only one person had that.
It was weird that there was only one.
I don't know.
Big ass hole, by the way. Ground
Still.
zero. It's just like it's so big.
Why don't they fill it?
Speaking of, well, that's the whole
With
point.
crud,
It
yeah.
says,
There we. Okay.
"Oh,
he,
the fuck!
he took off his clothes to do this,
Dude.
which I do respect.
You have a body that doesn't quit."
Your body doesn't quit.
Doesn't
and-
quit at all.
Also, we love your
No,
little
don't
martini.
suck down my toe.
It's suck time. Suck time for our boy.
Sucking it down.
That's our slide boy,
Yeah, so
and he likes
so
to
so
suck.
Ben, I was sucking down his Topo Chico. You should go on a hike again.
Archie's just gonna have to
Fucking
blur his
idiot.
whole body.
Archie's getting a workout this time. Yeah, put the fanny pack
Oh.
on. I could have used that. Guys, I needed one so bad in Vegas.
It's like when you find an item,
underwear off.
you find you
probably
need to have an
would.
inventory, but you don't have a like costume yet.
yeah. It's he just found like a 3-slot bag off
This
a
is
trash mob.
Actually, how you spawn in Tears of the Kingdom.
This is a better outfit. Than
yeah,
what you
this
were
is
wearing.
actually so much more money.
If you roll up in this, I'd be like, this guy fucking rules.
This guy's fucking.
Can
Did he
you-
drive
can
you like
you
this?
show us the gifts, King?
Oh, give us our gift now. Come on, we
Give
want
us
it.
our gifts.
Yeah, it's our gift time basically. So.
We want our gift now.
Wait, Zipper, what's our time at?
We have like 30 minutes left.
Okay.
Holy shit! Really?
I'll
I
save it
just
to
feel
the
like
end.
it's been long.
You're gonna save the gift?
I'll save
Wow,
the
stick
gift for the
around
end.
to see Aiden's gift.
Oh, you
No,
hyped it
I'll
up.
sound excited about it. Stick around to see Aiden's gift.
That you really.
I can't
choked the
physically
end.
do
yeah,
it.
It's
It's
hard.
too-
I bet it's hard.
It's too
Speaking of rows, by the way, do you know what a rose is in a frat?
Is it like
What a rose is?
fucked up sexual thing?
Is it like
Kind of.
Is it
Yeah.
like your little partner, like someone like a freshman?
Is it like your little freshman that you like?
It's
Stop
when you're
saying
it's when
little
you're
freshman.
Your
it's
little
when,
freshman.
no littles and bigs. That's a thing.
Well, that is a thing, but it's
It's
different.
when your little commits a sex crime and you cover it
Nope.
up through
Okay.
with money from the fraternity.
And you give them the rose to
There's
say,
little-
hey,
You get a
slate's
hello.
clean.
Littles and Bigs is a sorority thing.
Oh, is it all? Oh, is it always sorority?
You don't say Littles and
I
Bigs
don't
and frats.
fucking
A rose is like a designated girl for a frat who's oftentimes in a sorority or like a paired sorority.
Like a dog?
This already feels uncomfortable.
It's like their girl for the whole group
that
of
they
guys.
feed with a
Wait.
bowl?
So if
What do
you
you
look,
mean they're a girl?
like
weird.
that's it's
This
their
is
the
weird.
term is their rose. I know it is weird. That's why I'm bringing it up. But if you look at like any frat like picture, like they have this like almost yearbook like picture of every year. Each year will have their own rose. It'll be a girl who's the same year as the graduating year frat guys, and they'll just be their picture with all the guys around them, and it's like she's basically the queen of the land. And I found this out the hard way because I went to a frat party with a friend that I had from high school who invited me, and I was talking to this girl, and she's being an asshole, and so I was fucking with her, and she's like, "You look like you suck dicks." I'm like, "I suck a fuck ton of dicks.
Yep.
Suck a whole bag of dicks."
Every day.
And then she like, you know, she just got upset by that. And then I found out,
I didn't want it to be right.
well, she's homophobic. She found out that the hard way. And then I found out that she was the rose because I got kicked out instantly.
Wow.
Like, it was like, the rose
Yup.
demanded it and I was gone.
Hey man, so
Wow.
our rose says you're trying to suck bags of dick. Can you just clear up whatever happened?
Dude, we know you came with 2 bottles of goose, so
So it's like, that was
So
tight.
like we'll give you one to leave with, and we're gonna keep one
you
for
just
trouble.
can't talk to our rose anymore. And there's another term, shit, Zebra, I don't know if you can look it up. There's like rose fraternity, and then there's like a nether girl.
We should have a yard rose.
You know what? So I think we were talking about how weird it was, right?
It's not a sexual thing, right?
well, it could just be Aiden, and then it's funny.
I think it kind of is a sexual thing.
Wait, because they're a queen?
I don't think it needs to be a sexual thing, but I think the rose oftentimes sleeps with many members of the frat.
that seems so dark.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah, this is not.
For sure.
Okay, can I ask a genuine question for my humans around me right now? What purpose, besides a funny thing to talk about, does a frat serve? I genuinely don't know.
Community, right?
Yeah, friends.
Yeah, brotherhood.
Okay.
Brethren.
And oftentimes I think people join frats because they want to party and
Yeah.
have sex.
Okay.
And it's like,
So it's like a sex cult, but it's
Well,
Greek-based.
Yeah.
it is
So
a
Aristotle's involved.
It's
Greek
a
sex
Greek-based hierarchical
And that's why-
sex cult.
and that's why
caste system almost.
Stav is allowed into every fraternity in the U.S.
But it's
he's
also
Greek.
sanctioned by the higher education system.
Sometimes. Oftentimes, if the Greek life gets too out of control, they'll kick out individual groups, if not the entirety of the Greek
They're
life.
actually all owned by Monsanto.
Well, does it have any connection to Greece, the nation?
No, none.
So they don't get kickbacks?
The alphabet.
Or the movie?
Just the alphabet?
The alphabet's connected, and then there was also, by the way, there's a hierarchy in the Greek system. So like, their Sigma Chi is consistent. There's many colleges of Sigma Chi, and then there's a Sigma Chi headquarters.
I see.
There's like a tier list of
So
frats.
Sigma Chi have like specific values that are unanimous.
They would say that, yeah.
So it's
I
like
think-
they got no slut Thursdays.
Like we only do Fireball.
Machis
yes.
will generally be a little stronger. They work out
Pronounced
more.
mochi.
No, that's the Japanese thing.
No, that's Fiji.
Sigma Chi Machis. That's their nickname.
Whoa.
Will work out more. Same with Thetas. I think Thetas generally are more into working
But
out.
there's a more slender frat out there, more otter-like.
Kappa Alpha has Southern values.
We should start frats and sororities in the Discord server.
I think that's a bad idea.
This is
And
bad.
they can all
idea.
have their rose.
The-
Kappa Alpha was made by who's the guy who led the Confederate Army?
Fucking
Ulysses S. Grant.
Robert E. Lee.
That's the other guy.
Yeah, Robert E. Lee is the guy who made Kappa Alpha.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a slave cult.
Well, I wouldn't say that because
He
it's
fought for slavery.
But they are the biggest in the South, and
That's crazy because they fought to protect the rights to be a slave
Dude, if
owner.
his name was just Matthew, his initials would be Melee.
Makes you think.
That's crazy.
Much to think about.
Much to think about.
So you did this. Wait, or you explained this to me. This makes a lot of sense. This seems weird.
yeah.
yeah, of course it's weird.
Greek life is weird.
It is 100%
So
weird.
Josh gets zero kickbacks from this shit.
Josh.
Our friend Josh.
Josh.
Our Greek friend.
Josh, man?
Oh yeah, he gets
He's
zero.
zero.
kickbacks.
He doesn't get a
Zero.
check or anything.
Well, it was a
No.
big dispute in the EU because they were subsidizing Greece for a while during that whole economic
They get the
thing.
money from Greek life.
And then they were like, austerity measures. You guys have to stop sending all your money to American university fraternities.
I like the idea of like Blake at Sigma Chi is like, bro, the home country's in trouble. we gotta do a car wash again, bro.
You get
Actually,
into any fraternity and you automatically become an EU citizen.
we should actually increase our dues to like subsidize the country because their culture is really important.
So, what's up, Tyler? Blake, can you come up here? We want to announce that we are raising the tax on the Greek
So,
life.
Blake-
No, please,
Blake
calm
has brought
down.
it to my attention that youth unemployment is at an all-time high.
That's crazy, man. What a weird little thing that is
It is
real.
it's a weird little
Yeah.
thing.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to be the yard rose, write in.
Right into the yard.
We do not need a rose.
18 plus, looking for a yard rose.
No
We
rose.
don't want a rose.
Hey,
Aiden is our rose.
Our rose right there.
The gnome?
No, it's the fucking canister.
Oh, that makes. I like that.
Everyone can be our rose.
It's like the magic
No.
conch.
It's not, but not a
Yeah.
sexual way. Like it's just like a
We just, you press the button and you listen to it.
Right now, if we
Give me
had to pick
advice.
a rose, I think it should be Connor. I think it should be whoever our most viewed guest is our rose.
Oh, I like that.
maybe Stavros. I want Stavros.
He'd be a beautiful.
And he's
Be
already
a
Greek.
beautiful,
he
supple
is Greek.
rose.
All right, he can be our rose.
He's our beautiful, delicate rose that we
you-
will always water.
You rushed, didn't you?
Yeah, I rushed. I did rush. I rushed 2 Kappa Alpha actually.
What does rush mean? It means to try to get into the frat,
Yeah.
and you have to
try it
like
out.
suck a guy off and like get drunk and kill yourself.
Maybe.
and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, eventually.
Like it's
No, no.
crazy, right?
That's after you
no,
pledge.
no.
That's not during rush.
The system works. Don't just just score
squeeze
that
it in.
out, Archie, because
Wait,
Nick is playing.
what
with
does that
the
do?
Well,
Is
he,
that
you
like
don't have to,
suck?
he doesn't have to blur that. There's nothing explicit about. Well, now he does.
Oh my God!
Wait, you just
I
found
looked
out?
into the eye of Sauron.
Oh, it pulses. Oh my god.
I
That's
don't
cool.
like that. I don't like
Also,
that.
also for those, because we talked about this so long ago, I want to be clear that we made this 100% with Amaranth and her
No, we
team.
used the technology from the episode.
Sign
to
off,
guess, sorta.
consent.
There
We
was a
didn't
lot
just
of AI
randomly
guessing.
make this as a.
What are we gonna tell her that we made
We don't have
400,000
to.
of
We
them?
actually don't have
I've been
to.
in meetings for so long about this.
We don't
There's
have
been
to say
some meetings.
shit because it's fucking America.
Yeah, and she was on the pod, which means we have the right.
That's right.
We made the joke.
We have the
don't know
right
if
to
that's
her
true.
form.
That's-
You guys think I'm hot?
I
body
actually
doesn't quit.
actually just so do. I just do. Okay, sorry, go on. You were talking about getting into a frat and having to suck all those PPs, the mushroom bobby, and the back of the throat.
The general
there.
system is you rushing is you just trying to be a chill ass viber.
Yeah.
And they invite
Yup.
you to parties, and there will be booze for free,
Tight.
and girls,
Boobies
and
and-
boobies. And so
Wine.
they pick out the most vibe ass chillers,
Yeah.
and they say, hey, we'll give you that's the rushing process. We'll give you a bid. And the bid is basically like, hey, we are bidding for you to join our organization, because oftentimes you will rush multiple frats at once.
I see.
And then they'll pick like who their favorites are, and they'll have like.
Is that just
secondary
based
lists.
on like who the most chill ass fiber is?
It's
Yeah.
literally who the
Dude,
most
that's
chill
awesome.
fiber is. But it also has to go in line with the frats ideals.
So if like you're a black guy, they're probably like, no, we don't want you.
No,
Because
I
we're a
don't-
southern frat, and
there's not
that's
as-
how.
there's
And,
not-
Robert E. Lee.
and Robert E. Lee said none of you should, have freedoms and
I don't
rights.
think it's at like no.
But they can do that, right? There is a
No.
social system where they can be like, yeah, we don't choose that guy.
Well,
and it's
the way-
like, well, why?
The way this actualizes, this probably happens, but I think it's less in like direct racism, like you're implying. The way I see it happen more frequently is in like the homogeneity of sororities. So like certain sororities will be just blonde hair, blue eye, 5'7".
Yeah.
like it's like,
Aryan Kappa Phi.
you've seen many sororities, like Alpha Phi is one that's known for like you have to look a certain look.
Sororities are worse in this regard. I
Sure.
think frats are more about being
Because girls are more racist.
the dope ass chiller.
Yes.
And,
do you
and
think-
not selling out your? It's more about not selling out your brothers.
Oh,
And
so
then-
it's guy code.
Yes.
yeah.
It's guy
But
code.
with
What?
girls rush is way different. They go through all these they go through the trials and tribulations.
Is hazing still a thing?
Oh,
Girls
yeah.
or guys?
Both.
So the process, you get the bid, if you accept the bid, then you are a pledge, which is usually a 1 semester process, and that's 6 months of hazing.
Yes, pledge. Yes, yeah, I'm pledged, sir.
Where you are lower in the caste and you are required to do tasks, whether it's pick up booze or pick up a frat member.
This pledge's body won't quit, sir.
And then some get more aggressive, where it's like, hey, at 4 a.m., where they're gonna wake you up and you have to go swim through a river, or you have to drink for 24 hours straight.
Oh my
And this
God.
was what occasionally leads to death.
Yeah.
Zipper3 was telling me that one of her friends in a frat, their hazing was they got woken up at 3 a.m., blindfolded, put in cars, and then they drove them for 3 hours. They didn't know where they were going, and then they dropped them off in Times Square in costumes, and they had to be Times Square mascots for the day.
That's crazy.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, but that's kind
That
of
seems not too evil.
That's like a good memory.
yeah.
That is a more fun one.
That's kind of a funny one. But
than
then the
having to,
other
like-
ones are like all the pledges have to like come in the
Swim
ice cream
across
box,
the
and then
English
somebody
Channel.
has to
Yeah,
eat it.
you gotta slam goose and then swim until you die.
You gotta come in Blake's mouth, and Tyler, you come in Tyler's mouth.
Brian
Tyler
had
Two's mouth.
Brian had to eat the little packet in the beef jerky.
Most of them have to
Silica
do
gel.
with like alcohol, I would say. Like there's this one called "Don't Fuck Your Brother," which is all the pledges get in a line, and then you get handed like you get maybe a bottle of goose if you're at Fiji, and then you have to drink as much as you want or can, but it has to go to the next guy in line. And if say in the scenario where everybody just takes a sip, the last guy in the line has to finish the bottle. And it's called "Don't Fuck Your Brother" because you're supposed to drink as much as you can.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
And then after the 6 months, you'll be like a full-time member, and then maybe you start to get some duties.
Which is like covering up date rapes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is actually probably one of the duties for,
That's so
for a
funny.
higher
That's one
level.
guy's full-time thing.
I
if
know-
you're at SAE.
Like I do feel like the perception, the cultural perception of this system is so bad because all I can think about is like all the bad shit that's ever happened and like how it's bro
I think
city.
the reason they get away with this
5'4"
is
people
it's,
allowed?
it's like unilaterally very secretive. Like at every level, even the lowest totem pole in a fraternity does not, like very intentionally does not communicate very much about what happens in the fraternity to people outside of it. And there's like a whole social system at universities that is like, you're either in Greek life or you are not. And if you're outside of that bubble, it's actually very hard to like interface with it unless you have a personal friend who happens to like be in a fraternity or sorority.
I'll also defend some frats because I think this is the idea we have of frats, but there are some that are just nerds.
Yeah, there's like academic ones.
It's like engineering frats. And
It's like in the social network when they're coding competition and they're
Yeah,
slamming
that's
shots.
real.
Yeah,
Everybody does that.
That's how they made MySpace.
And it's how you get a job because then you like apply for Google and it's like, oh, you're part of like, you know, the Fiji or whatever.
Yeah, the
nerdy
recruiter
frat.
is like from Alpha Tau, even though he was from California and you're from New York. And then we're like, we're both Alpha Tauies, and then you get the job.
This happened on Road Trip, the 2004 movie.
Right, and that's like dark.
Which is also kind of like Final Fantasy.
Have you played the new
This
one?
one's not.
I guess you've been gone.
No, I've been gone. I haven't yet. People rave reviews.
Rave reviews.
Rave reviews. Some controversy, but it seems pretty cool. I like video games.
Me too, man. I played a Valorant game this morning.
What?
The last day of the act.
Oh,
Is
is
last
it?
night.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's higher ranked than you right
I
now,
know.
isn't he?
I know he is. I'll beat you by the end of the day.
End of the day.
So is he, are you,
race.
I got till 9 p.m. I think.
That's
war, the race war, the war of
We're having a race. That's right. Announce it right now. Me and Ludwig
it's
are having
just
a
a race.
race war.
Race
just a race?
Just a race.
Against time.
It's
war is involved. Valentine.
There's
It's call it what it is. It's a race war.
Between two friends.
And we're two friends.
What
and
do you,
we're
what
having
do you
it.
keep it in my fanny pack for? How about you keep your eyes on your own work?
Does he have gum?
No, gum.
If he has gum, bring it for the
I have a
class.
receipt.
what's this?
I don't know. He's leaking my receipt right now.
Why
Why are you
are you
doxing
leaking
me?
it?
Why are you
Dude, you
doxing me?
tip so fat. This is a bill. This is presumably a restaurant for meal. $120. Tip. Hundo.
My goat. Look at you.
God, you're such a...
No, that's tight.
I'm not the one who's fucking bringing it out to wave and flaunt. I just keep my receipt.
Show some
Sorry.
class
We
solidarity.
don't care about how much you tip.
I didn't bring it up.
You don't
Then
need to.
why did we know about it?
Yeah, I feel like you kind of planted that there, knowing all this would happen.
Yeah, you knew that Aiden would dress like a king and be naked and look through your receipts.
All right, Archie, here's the real test.
Aiden's holding up his credit card to the camera. Yeah, that's how we know if Archie's really.
We're not gonna tell Archie. We're just gonna see if he catches it this week.
Yeah,
Just let that one run.
It's the company card, so this is on Nick Wang.
Oh,
if,
it's so
if you fail
funny.
Archie, Nick Wang's job has become harder.
That's okay, and that's what delegation is.
Yeah, Godspeed.
If you were watching this and you saw and it didn't get blurred and you saw, what size purchase would you try?
Ooh, no, you go hard instantly, fast.
What if you,
Yeah, because so many people have got to it already. Like, you needed to see it frame one and then go to Gucci.com.
I think traditionally when you steal a credit card or a debit card, you go to a gas station, you do like a $3 purchase, and if it's successful, then you try to do a massive purchase, and then you ditch the card instantly. That's like the system.
You know
you're supposed
more
to do.
about fraud than I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's kind of fun.
listen to Babytron?
Yeah. I only know how to get crypto fast.
Dude, there was this guy who went viral on TikTok because he's doing this video from this pool and he's got like this iced out watch.
I was literally gonna
and
bring
he's just
this up.
explaining fraud, and he's just in the pool and he's like, yeah, so not a lot of people know about this, but if you need money fast, you can set up an LLC and then you can get a business card for your
$5,000.
LLC.
Yeah.
And then you can max out the cards. And the thing about it, it's limited liability. So the business is liable. Just cancel the business. Get yourself a watch. Get yourself a car.
Doesn't impact your credit score. And he's like, I bought this $80,000 watch. I bought a different $100,000 one, sold it, flipped it. I get the cash. Business canceled. Like, he's walking you through just a felony.
There was a Twitter post that essentially said the same thing, but you can get like a $5,000 loan from like state of California for a small business when you're starting one. And people are like, yeah, just get it and then fucking get this loan and cancel it, you know, get this money. And someone just was like, this is fraud. And if you steal money from the government, it's way easier for them to find it, to find you.
It is really easy to commit fraud, steal, thieve, and scam.
It is, because there's so many people and there's not enough resources to catch them all. That's why tax evasion is actually pretty easy. If you're just gambling, you won't get caught.
If I were to want to tax evade, how would I do so?
Well, on the Patreon,